Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Bhatia back with Decoding the Business newspaper every Friday, every Tuesday. And today is special. I've been thinking on I've been thinking about all of you and wondering how you're getting helped. There are people who are reaching out to me, giving their handwritten notes saying, "This is what I read today." So, all of you who have been sending me these personal notes, thank you for doing that. It informs me that you're taking value from these Decoding the Business newspaper lives and you're implementing them right there. So, guys, it's one thing reading the newspaper, and it's another thing thinking about it and seeing how it's changing this world, the investment world, and businesses. And that's the whole point if you're up to be financially independent or financially free. So, all those entrepreneurs and intelligent investors, this one is specially for you today. A little bit about me, for those of you who don't know me, I am Priyanka Bhatia from Women on Wealth, and what we do is we help women take charge of their finances and build their businesses for their financial independence and freedom. Let's begin straight on. All those who are here watching me, please say hi so that I know you're watching. Sarabjot has already said, so welcome Sarabjot, Sheetal, thanks for acknowledging that you guys are here. And for others, do write in. It's a community and let's bring that community spirit out. So meanwhile, you guys write, let me begin. The first news that I wanna bring out today, there is a page one acknowledgement for all those businesses which are actually giving hikes and promotions in these difficult times. I was like so happy to see so many quality companies taking a different route to boost productivity, to boost employees' morale. Companies like HUL, Asian Paints, Johnson & Johnson, they are actually hiking employees' salaries. They are giving promotions and bonuses. And I think this really says a whole lot about the quality of these businesses. Yes, I know some people in the community, this was getting discussed in our stock investors community, and they were saying how this was like a PR stunt. But guys, do you really think this is a PR stunt? Isn't this really an intention to boost loyalty, to boost credibility in these times? What stops these companies from just saying, okay buddy, I'm not paying, let me cut? I mean, 2/3 of businesses in Delhi NCR have done that, and it makes them just run of the mill, while these companies which are fundamentally strong are really demonstrating how they're different. So let me actually read the names of these companies for you and the headline in today's Economic Times. Not today's, I think this is Thursdays, so yesterday's. So in yesterday's Economic Times front page, it says, in the midst of a storm of job losses, pay cuts and deferred increments, a bunch of companies have held firm. Hindustan Unilever, Asian Paints, Johnson & Johnson, HCCB, Flipkart, Myntra, CSS Corp, Bharat Pay, BSH Home Appliances, and Inflexion Point Ventures are among those that have chosen to hike salaries, make variable payouts, and promote employees even in these tough times. So for those of you who read this news, do share your inputs in the comment. Do you think this is a PR stunt? Do you think this is to boost loyalty? Do you think this is actually to tell their employees, buddy, we care for you and we are with you. And I don't care about holding on more cash, but what I care about is us growing this business. So whatever you may feel, do make sure you write down in the comments today. Let's have a small discussion on this beautiful move that's happening in our world around us. Okay, moving on. Big restaurants, guys, are moving out of the malls. They don't want to operate in the malls because malls are said to be among the they're considered high risk for infection spread. So all these big restaurants, and the names are McDonald's, specialty restaurants like the Gusty Bus. I don't know where this is, but yeah, I read about it. And Light Bright Foods. These are some of the restaurants, and also like Mainland China, O Calcutta, all these big restaurants, they are talking about coming out of the malls and setting shop in high-end streets so that people come and they can park their cars right outside and at least enjoy a meal outside. I think I've been really missing a meal outside. I am somebody who's a foodie, and yes, I enjoy home food far more क्योंकि उसमें माँ का प्यार, भाभी का प्यार होता है. लेकिन I think, you know, there is more. I really enjoy high street food, so yeah, I am missing it, and I hope these restaurants come out and we can go back and save ourselves from all the infection. So yeah, these are the two things that I would like to share. And before I move on, let's acknowledge our people who are watching us today. So okay, there's hi from Deepa Bhargav, Ruchi, Divya, Alankrita, Sunita, Lasya. And Sunita is also saying that she wants to learn about investments which are safe enough to put your money in other than FDs. So Sunita, stay tuned. This is your tribe. Rochelle, hi. Riddhima, Jyoti, Meenu. Lasya is saying that she respects companies who treat their employees as important as their customers. Wow, that's a different viewpoint showing up for us. And well, Google is another company which is giving people bonuses and is not cutting any salaries. So thanks for sharing that, Lasya. Rochelle, guys, is saying for most of the companies, this is their appraisal promotion time. They're still continuing with the normal process, not stopping the process because of the situation they are in. Yeah, got it, Rochelle. Hina is saying same here, and Nilima is saying hi to everyone. Beautiful. So let's move on. While more people join us, let's move on. I got such a breather for auto companies. Like, I have seen over so many years that I watch Asian Paints. I have seen Asian Paint, pharma companies. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where I got Asian Paints in my mind. I think I'm still basking in the glory of them not cutting salaries for people. So coming back, I'm talking about pharma companies. Pharma sector for many years has not been performing well, and not only has it not been performing well, it has not been doing much in the stock market as well. So when I say that, I've been waiting for it to bounce back, and all of a sudden COVID happened. US regulatory, it opened the doors for a lot of Indian medicines, and the pharma sector altered, especially in the Indian stock market. The businesses boomed, and the stock market, pharma companies, their prices shot up and they outperformed the stock market indices. And that was like amazing to see the kind of bounce back that the pharma sector showed. And well, I'm seeing the same thing as far as the slowdown is concerned in the auto sector. Like, auto sector has not been moving. It's been the same for many years now. I think it's over 2 years that I can really think of right now. And there are moves which are coming up from Maruti Suzuki. Guys, Maruti Suzuki is one company which has over 50% market share in the car segment in our country. So it's really big. And And I love the statement that came from Suzuki, Maruti Suzuki, saying that, buddy, I'm not scared. I know we are going to bounce back, and we have 50% market share, which we are going to leverage. So that was big coming from Maruti, and they have over 100,000 orders. So orders of 100,000 vehicles they already have. So people have pre-booked, and they are saying that in the June month they will produce 60,000 units, which is their 30% capacity. So ideally in a month they can produce about 180,000 units, and this month they are going to produce 60,000. So this is what they said. So when I say this month, I mean June, and in May they produced about 34,000 vehicles. So this is what their plan is as of now, and they are saying, I love this paragraph. Please, I'm reading this for you. Despite the slow recovery, Suzuki Motor Corporation, okay, doesn't plan to make drastic changes in strategy, as it looks to maintain its 50% share of the Indian market. So this was like gold for me. I loved this. And there is a lot in the newspapers yesterday and today on the auto sector, because auto sector is expected to have a lot of new launches, and loads of new models are coming to revive demand in the auto sector. Especially if you see this was interesting for me to know. More than half a dozen launches this year will be SUVs. Guys, I love SUVs, and when I read this, I said to myself, oh wow, a lot of people are thinking like me. They also want to drive SUVs. So this was nice, and especially because now I think shared rides will be lesser demanded. So yeah, I truly like this. And guys, my eyes opened. Okay, I learned how money laundering is done. Okay, there is on page number 4 of Economic Times, which is of Thursdays. Okay, on page number 4 there is a full article on how money laundering was done by Yes Bank. So let me share in a nutshell what I learned. Okay, that from Yes Bank money went, and this is not chota money, so 450 crore worth of loan was given by Yes Bank to Diwan Housing, and from Diwan Housing it was given to a builder, and that builder paid the 450 crores back to Yes Bank only to pay off its loan. So basically the loan was handed over by Yes Bank to Diwan Housing while the builder remains the same. So yeah, Enforcement Directorate is claiming that it has it has kind of busted all these money laundering cases with Yes Bank, Diwan Housing, and where all this money was getting diverted. So this was at least interesting to know what's happening in the world. And while at one point we thought, looking at Diwan's financials, that it was doing well, and the same went for Yes Bank. So like Warren Buffett says, guys, that there is no company which is not doing garbad. Like I think he's been mentioning that every company is doing the garbad. Which one is doing the garbad which we can manage to be with? So yeah, I remembered him. And guys, I want to say, Warren Buffett says that he is reading 500 pages a day. I invite all of you to read just one article a day. Let's just begin there. We all women want to be intelligent investors, successful entrepreneurs. We all want to be financially independent. Are we taking appropriate actions and consistent actions to get there? If you think that, okay, I have not been reading much, then this is your starting point. These lives are actually, the intention of these lives is to help you move just one article a day. And guys, do share in the comments when you read something, and you kind of make your notes. Just share those notes, tag me, tag Women on Wealth, tag our entire core team, so that we know that you're here making a difference to your lives. Okay, let's move ahead. Oh, one of the women that I really look up to, and she is JP Morgan's chairman, and her name is Kalpana Morparia, and I'm sure you must have seen her. She's been there in many conferences that happen around businesses, and she's invited. So she would retire as the chairperson for South Asia by the end of first quarter 2021, which means next year she will retire. And Leo Puri, who is a former McKinsey executive and ex-chief executive at UTI Mutual Fund, he would succeed Kalpana. And guys, for those of you who don't know Kalpana, she is a veteran banker and an extremely credible banker and professional. I really look up to her. So yeah, do see. And I think it's just a 2-3 paragraphs article, so you could even begin by reading that one. Okay, let me see more. Okay, let's take a break and go through what people are saying. I think this is important too. Okay. Ridhima is saying restaurants are now ready to serve at home. Yes, Ridhima, you're right. Kavleen is saying it's interesting how it comes a full circle. First restaurants moved to the malls and now they're back in the market. Yeah. Hina is saying, I was about to ask you. Ridhima is saying giving salaries boost morale of employees in such times. Hina is saying, I somewhere feel COVID is a business of fear. Big game help farmers to bounce back. Yeah, I get that. Yes, it could be, marketing can be fear driven as well, and it could be inspiration driven. Lasya is saying she loved the article on Maruti. Ridhima loves SUVs. Harpreet, hi. Hina is saying thank you, Priyanka, and I am saying thank you to each one of you for showing up and taking value. I think that is what matters here. So Ridhima is saying that she is reading one article every day. Okay, Namita, you're saying your videos focus has shifted. Yes, the background you mean? Oh, this is the same room. This is my personal room in my house. Okay, Prachi, Sanjana, hi. Thanks for coming in and sharing here. Let's move on, guys. Let's look for some more interesting khabar. Oh, Mr. Vijay Mallya is saying कि वो asylum में जाने वाले हैं UK के, ताकि वो बच जाएं और उनको इंडिया ना आना पड़े, और जो उन्होंने किया है उसका उनको भरपाना ना करना पड़े. So that was like, it was silly. Big news, guys. I loved this news. Remember in the last news decoding that I did, the video, I shared that how I was feeling sad that Anil Ambani's power distribution businesses in Delhi were being taken over, and 2 bidders had shown up, and now NTPC has shown up as a bidder too. So this was amazing. And well, NTPC is a company that has been taking distressed power distribution companies. So let me find that article if I can, because or you could also Google and find that article and must read, because NTPC has this good history of taking over, like I said, distressed companies. And yes, another khabar was Anant Ambani, the younger son of Mukesh Ambani, has come in the board of directors of Jio platform. So well, he's 25 years old and he's come in too. And here I got the NTPC wala khabar. So the header says NTPC in race to buy Delhi Discoms from Reliance Infra. And it says that NTPC has entered the race to acquire Reliance Infrastructure Limited's majority stake in Delhi electricity distribution businesses. The state-run major has written to Delhi Electricity Regulatory Commission expressing willingness to acquire 51% in BSES Rajdhani Power and BSES Yamuna Power. NTPC has only been keen on buying stressed private power projects. Earlier this year, the company outbid, which means NTPC outbid the Adani Group in the race for the Avanta Group's 600 megawatt Jhabua power plant in Madhya Pradesh with a 1900 crore offer. So that's what it says, 1900 crores. A little bit about Anil Ambani and his Reliance Group. So Anil Ambani Reliance Group is looking to sell assets to pay off the lenders. Like you all know that they are in huge debt right now. And guys, no matter what people say, when you get such kind of news, you can stay away from investing in companies like Reliance Capital, Reliance Infrastructure. You can't be like कि अच्छा सिर्फ 5 रुपए का मिल रहा है तो खरीद लेते हैं. Even that 5 rupees of yours is hard-earned money. Why do you want to invest in companies जो अभी इतना ज़्यादा distress में है? उससे तो better है उसको FD में ही डाल दो. Is how I see things, and I never invest in such companies. So another important thing, that how important it is to know all this. क्योंकि कोई मतलब ऐसे हम लोग ऐसे invest करते रहते हैं ना, कोई कुछ भी कहता है and we just invest. And that's not how we must be investing. So let me share this. Reliance Infrastructure, which owns 51% of these BSES companies, said it aims to be a zero debt company in the next financial year. So guys, let's wait. Let it first come out of this distress. Let them pay off their loans and let them become a zero debt company. And then, these companies will not run away. If they are strong companies, they will make money, they will bounce back, and then there is a point in investing in them. Otherwise, not really. Now this is the mover. This is what will help you build your understanding. Reliance Infrastructure sold its Mumbai power distribution business to Adani Transmission Limited for 18,800 crore in August 2018. And Reliance Group and Tata Power supply power to about 93% of Delhi. So that big Reliance is. 93% of power which is being distributed is distributed by Anil Ambani's Reliance and Tata. So guys, this is how the conversations, these readings can help you, because then if somebody is saying that they are investing in ABC company, you can say, buddy, that's not how you invest. Look at what's happening, look at their condition, this is what they're doing. And that's how knowledge works, and it helps. Knowledge purely by itself cannot help you. How it can help you is only when you are willing to think what you're reading. So that's about it for some of it today. Jyoti has said something beautiful. Jyoti is saying, it's so good to read the article on Maruti. There have been so many discussions in my house about how auto sector is going down and how it is a waste to invest in Maruti. I've been the only one boosting Maruti, and I'm glad I stuck with my company. Thanks for that trust in your study and research, Jyoti. It is an attitude, beyond knowledge. It is your trust in what you've researched, and that attitude which is around being disciplined and patience, which makes you the intelligent investor that you want to be or are. Lasya, thanks for acknowledging. Jyoti, Sukhpreet, Shivani, thanks for joining, and each one of you who joined us today. Guys, if you really took value from it, here are two things you could do. A, read one newspaper article today, business newspaper. If you don't get Economic Times in your house, it's fine. Just log into any website, business website, and read one article, post a comment on what you got from that article below. That's one you could do. Two, please share this video in your groups, on your Facebook timeline, on your WhatsApp, anywhere, and help more women become up to date with all that's happening around us in business and investments so that they can make intelligent choices financially. Thank you so much. Take charge. Come back 10 a.m. on Tuesday. I'll be right here decoding the business news for you. Take charge.